This is Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, known for its magnificent beaches and clear waters. But there's a problem piling up on the shores. Since 2011, a brown seaweed called sargassum has been drifting onto the beaches of Quintana Roo. In 2019, it got so bad that local officials declared a seaweed emergency. In a region where tourism makes up nearly 90% of GDP, piles of sargassum are contributing to an economic and ecological disaster.
Que poco a poco nos dimos cuenta de que el sargazo generaba malos olores. Hemos visto lo que se conoce como marea marrón y lo hemos visto extenderse 200 metros hacia el arrecife, donde el agua ya no es más turquesa, es totalmente café.
Normal amounts of sargassum support biodiversity, but these abnormally large blooms are creating huge problems. Sargassum overgrowth smothers fragile coral reefs and disrupts fishing. When it decomposes, it releases chemicals that risk human health and marine life. This problem is connected to a much larger issue, the strain we're putting on nature. Deforestation, nearly 90% of which is driven globally by agriculture, creates soil erosion, which washes nutrients out to sea. Pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture runoff add to the problem, with about 80% of nitrogen used lost to the environment. Together with warming seas from climate change, it creates conditions for sargassum to thrive. Today, giant patches of sargassum can be seen from space. So what can be done? In Quintana Roo, the aim is to keep tourists coming to the region and make a profit from the seaweed, all while protecting marine biodiversity.
La gran oportunidad justamente con el sargazo es, por un lado, el de evitar la contaminación que genera el sargazo y convertirlos en una oportunidad de negocio, en una oportunidad también de crear una nueva industria.
At the processing facility, workers transform the sargassum into sustainable products like eco-friendly fertilizers, products for cosmetics, and vegan leather. It doesn't address the root causes of the sargassum problem, but it does address some of the impact.
Ya el hecho de poder quitar esta cantidad de sargazo de manera responsable y llevarla a un proceso de transformación y aprovechamiento es una gran ventaja, es un gran respiro para pues los ecosistemas marinos que tenemos aquí en nuestras costas.
Quintana Roo is part of Mesoamerica. The region is the third largest biodiversity hotspot in the world, and its reefs are home to thousands of marine species. Here, the Global Fund for Coral Reefs is supporting small and medium-sized enterprises to combat local drivers of coral reef degradation and scale solutions.
The objective of the program is to leverage $60 million in commercial and private capital to develop financial mechanisms which support improved management of 60,000 hectares of coral reefs and increased resilience for the coastal communities of the Mar, more than 3 million people.
Mexico has signed onto the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, an agreement driving action to halt and reverse nature loss by 2030 and mobilize the necessary funding. The commitment highlights the need to scale local solutions that combat biodiversity loss and support sustainable livelihoods.
We've seen many great examples of where the private sector can be part of the solution through innovative, market-based initiatives that benefit both people and the environment.
Quintana Roo's sargassum problem can only be solved by addressing the root causes, reducing deforestation and keeping agricultural runoff out of our oceans. But as long as the brown tides keep washing up, a growing industry will help to keep its worst effects on the local environment in check.